promised you guys an update on the cat, so here it is. It's leaving. That's not really the update probably most of us were looking for, but that's what we're going to get, and I'll tell you why. I'm not really a big Caterpillar guy. This is a neat little tractor, and I'd love to fix it up, but it's going to take a lot of work and a pretty substantial amount of money. I mean, we're talking probably, without paint, we're talking probably $2,000 to $2,500 to get this thing complete, and that's, you know, getting a head, getting a seat, getting the radiator fixed and all that stuff, and that's just not, I'm not interested enough in it to put that kind of money in it for two reasons. One, I've got a million other projects going on outside the garage here, which if you haven't seen those videos yet, they're coming soon. But two, I have another project coming in. That's a shocker now, isn't it? I have just acquired the 1948 Ford 8N tractor that my family had when I was a kid. I actually remember when I was a teenager, I was 15. We bought it on my 15th birthday, and we hauled it over to the house, and I had a lot of good times with that tractor, and I've recently decided to bring it out here. The engine is shot. It's been sitting for at least 10 years. It needs a lot of work. And if I'm going to spend the time and money working on a tractor, instead of fixing up the little cat, I would rather spend that time and money working on the one that's got the family history and the family connection. So that's what we're doing. Now you're probably wondering where the cat's going. Well, I said in my last cat video I'm not going to scrap it, and that's true. I'm not scrapping it. I'm not parting it out. I'm not even selling it on Craigslist, believe it or not. I have, we're very lucky. There's a gentleman here in southeastern Wyoming. I'll link to his YouTube channel at the bottom of this page or in the description or at the end of the video or something. But he is he is a cat guy through and through. His collection is absolutely outstanding. His business is repairing old Caterpillars for cat dealers and places like that. I mean, this guy, he knows his stuff. He's a walking Caterpillar encyclopedia. And I actually had the privilege, maybe a couple of months after I bought this, I was able to go over to his place one weekend, and he was extremely kind and extremely gracious and showed me around and showed me all his stuff, and it's just a really, really nice place. And I talked to him, and he wants this thing. He told me when I came over there, if I decided not to fix it, to call him first, and that's what I did. And we arrived at a price that we're both happy with. And that's what I was looking at. I thought that might have been him coming right there, but I'm selling it to him for what I have in it, with the agreement that if he fixes it up, which I believe he will, he said he wants to keep it whole. It is an authentic Wyoming tractor. It was sold in Wyoming. It spent, as best we can tell, it spent its entire life in this state, and we want to keep it here. So when he finishes fixing it up, he's going to call me, and I'm going to go over there, and he's going to let me drive it around and play with it a little bit, which is good. I'm happy with that, because this tractor is not rare. 1 of 10 is rare, 1 of 15 is rare. And he has a couple of those tractors in his collection. I mean, this guy, he's into Caterpillar, and he knows it inside and out. So it's going to his place. He's going to fix it up, and when it's done, I'm going to get to go play with it one day, which is, you know, that's all I want. I don't have to own all the toys. I just want to get to play with them. That's good enough for me. But he's going to fix this one up. That's going to give me room and time to fix up the 1948 8N my family bought when I was younger. And both tractors are ending up where they need to be, because he'll be a whole lot more excited about having this than I was. And I'm going to be pretty excited to get the old Ford out here and get it running and driving and start using it a little bit again. Because even if I did have this cat running, it's really not a practical tractor for our application and the things we do. Don't get me wrong, the 8N is not you know, it's not the most practical thing in the world either, but with the rubber tires on it and it has an auxiliary transmission, I'll tell you more about that when we get into it, but it's got a much better road speed and it's got a 3-point hitch, so I can put a spreader on it, I can put a hay rake on it, and I can use it for a light duty task like that this one just can't do. So it's going to be a much better fit for everybody, I believe, and he is on his way over here right now with a trailer to pick this thing up. So I'll pick this video back up when he gets here and we start loading it. Stay tuned.
There she goes.